Greetings, my intrepid travelers and peculiars. Of course, that was going to fall out as soon as I started talking. Hey, I am very excited about tonight's show for a whole lot of reasons. But for one, it's so good to see all of you here. I noticed as we were checking in, we've got James is saying hello from England, and we've got Bonnie who said she stopped writing about the mammalian dive reflex for this. Feels right somehow. Lorelei up in Minneapolis, she said, hello from Minneapolis, send us your good vibes. I agree with that. We also have someone, let's see, we've got, Grace is here from Cleveland, which is where I'm from as well, and making it to us live. I see several other people popping in, some from, from St. John's. And we've got people who says, very excited for this episode as my city had a role in the Titan disaster, which is exciting. Sureka is with us as well. And I know I missed a couple other people saying hi earlier on. Kristen claims, hey friends, sorry in advance for hogging the question queue, but I got really into this book. And Sadie is with us from Atlanta. And so it is good to see everybody here. And also Davey, who managed to be a chef at the same time.
That's right. You know, preparing the show, cooking dinner. I could do it all. I got it.
He's all about it. Hi, Randy. Randy's here too. We got a good crew and good group with us tonight. I said group and crew together and said croup, which is a kind of cough. You've got babies, okay. So you know you've heard of it, right?
I've heard of it. Yeah, I've had a few coughing babies keep me up at night. Yeah, just a few. Sometimes at the same time.
Mindy, you're in Panama. How are you in Panama? That's crazy. I love it. Joanne is with us from Waterloo, Ontario, and we've got someone else is cooking right now. Skeptibrarian.
There you go.
This is great. I'm loving it. I love that we're just part of your guys' lives in various ways. This is very exciting to me.
I don't know why. I just realized this now. I totally need to like take a cardboard box and like cut some windows out and like make a submarine for the kids to play in. Like, how did I not think of that earlier?
You should. Yeah, I mean, I've done that kind of stuff for the cat. Kathleen's here with us tonight too, which is good because I've got my drink. I didn't have parsley, so I've got cilantro. So, you know, Bonnie's on a streetcar. How? I love this. You guys are great. Mindy said she moved. You moved in 2022 to Panama due to fears about what could happen in the U.S. Well, fair enough. Since we've got quite a lot of people here from Minneapolis today too. So anyway, without further ado, let's introduce our author for tonight, for whom I have attempted in some degree to look like Captain Nemo, because I even have my like giant tome of Jules Verne right here, just in case. So we're all ready. Welcome to Matthew. That's your ink explosion.
Hello.
Hello. This is great. We're here in Ohio. We're waiting for the snowpocalypse. I actually just saw Skeptibrarian talking about that. Supposedly it's going to get here on Saturday. And so, you know, we'll feel like we're in a little submarine without.
Yeah, and guess who's throwing a birthday party for his twin daughters on Sunday when the whole family's supposed to drive? No. I'm waiting for the text messages.
It's going to start coming. Everyone's going to bail. I get that.
I told the guys at work, get ready for me to bring in some extra cupcakes because we're going to have leftovers.
Well, this is a really interesting book, and it's interesting for a whole lot of reasons. We had Sureka actually popped into the green room earlier, which is something you can do if you're a VIP. And she was talking about, you know, monsters and sea monsters, and we have a lot of places that this can go to, but normally we sort of start the setup with a bit of a softball question that I ask. However, Kristen's got a lot of questions to ask tonight, so we're going to actually start with one of hers so we get them all in. And then we'll move on. We've got some announcements to do later as well. So Kristen says, did you know beforehand that you weren't going to print a murderer's words and would replace them with the victim's words, because this was so brilliant and impactful?
Yeah, so I did not know that until what she's referring to is there's obviously there's a true crime thread in the book. So in August of 2017, the Swedish journalist Kim Wall was murdered on board a DIY amateur submersible off of the coast of Copenhagen, Denmark, while she was conducting an interview with its builder, this Danish inventor named Peter Madsen. He murdered her on board the UC3 Nautilus, his DIY sub, and he is now one of the few people in Danish history serving a life prison sentence. So I went to the prison.
Wow.
Yeah. So I went to the prison to interview him, and essentially had a panic attack in the parking lot. In part, I retroactively realized that I didn't want to speak to this person. I didn't want to
Yes,
be in a
right.
room with a murderer, and
Yeah.
I didn't want to commit like the sin that a lot of true crime books, TV shows, movies kind of commit, which is kind of like deplatforming the victim, kind of silencing them and relegating them to like a footnote in the story, and then just kind of like amplifying, the machinations
Of a murder.
and eccentricities of the murderer. And so I chose at that moment essentially to, on the page, redact Peter Madsen, the murderer, from this particular section of the book, with Kim Wall's words, with sections of the articles and essays that she had written previously.
That's great. It's funny. I was just doing a book on forensics, and I was looking at the BTK killer.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I downloaded 2 books, and the one of them I opened it up and I was like, nope, that's all him talking. I was just like, not going to use that one. So I really do appreciate that. Actually, I think that that's powerful and important for us to realize that that's possible. I think sometimes writers don't realize that it's actually possible to, you don't have to give. There's some both sidism that doesn't need to happen among many other both sidisms that don't need to happen. So I think that that's really true. All right. So I've also queued up some other ones that Kristen has. You guys can type these into the comments. Please do it in advance, because the way this works, there's a little bit of a delay. And so the faster you type, then I can add them all in and we can pluck from them as we go. Please do choose the live chat. There's also a kind of like top responses or whatever. Don't go with that one, because then you'll miss the conversations, which tend to get fun and off the wall, and you don't want to miss any of that. So make sure that you're there. I'm now going to ask my softball question, which is, what brought you to this book? Why, how, for what reason did you go like, yeah, people who go underwater and stuff, I want to talk about that.
Right. So it's an interesting question, to somebody who, like me, has had a lifelong fear of the ocean. I have had recurring drowning nightmares since I was like 4. And I'm also a claustrophobe. So
we have many things to talk about.
Yeah. And so I don't know, maybe like a lot of folks who labor in the arts, or outside of the arts, like I'm kind of attracted to that which scares me, in a way. So I've always been obsessed with the ocean, and the deep sea and sea creatures and all of this. Like ever since I was a little kid, my mom, I remember, she subscribed me to that, like, that magazine Zoo Books. Like, do you remember
Zoo
Books
I
and
do.
stuff like that?
Yeah.
And I mean, whenever like it highlighted like blue whales or manatees or something, like I was all in. I was also into like insects and stuff. But I don't know, like I've always admired the ocean, like I kind of like admire like a campfire, and stuff. Like I'm captivated by it. I can't look away from it. But I usually like stop.
Don't turn your back on it, man.
Right. But I stop short of leaping in, right?
Oh, there's Zoo Books. Zoo Books. Yeah.
Oh,
I was really excited about Zoo Books when I was a kid, because if you got, it was one of those commercials where like, subscribe now, and you'd get like this little necklace with like an elephant on it or something. I was all about that. I was like, yeah, I want the elephant.
Oh yeah, like if I could have gotten like a blue whale pendant as a child,
oh yeah,
like,
oh my God,
that's it.
right?
Like I could have,
mind blowing.
I could have died. But so yeah, I think so I actually, so years I'm from Chicago, but years ago, like I briefly lived in Alaska. And I encountered, living off the grid in the middle of the Alaskan woods on a road trip that I was taking, this outsider artist, an inventor, who built all sorts of like strange dream machines in the middle of the Alaskan wilderness,
Sure.
One of which, Brandy, was like it was like a DIY submarine. So he had no formal engineering training whatsoever, and he taught himself how to build this submersible in the middle of the woods. He painted it very tie-dye style and all of this. And so he was convinced that he was going to go down in the thing. And really, it looked no more seaworthy than one like plastic.
To go down in the thing has multiple meanings here.
Yeah. To submerse.
Right. As opposed to sink.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. So and really, like, the thing looked seriously like one plastic backyard kiddie pool downturned on top of another.
Oh no.
And so I began wondering, like, is this guy alone in having this kind of obsession, or is this like a weird niche community and all of this? And so I ended up finding a bunch of other folks who shared a similar obsession and pursuit, and just kind of tumbled down the rabbit hole and scratched at it to kind of like try and uncover some microcosmic comment on the fabric of human longing. And I don't know,
just a little thing like that, you know, just a small philosophical, just throw in all of human longing in there. Bonnie, we were mentioning zoo books. Bonnie's like, memory unlocked.
Yes.
It happens more often than you might think.
You're welcome, Bonnie.
Yeah. Oh, Ryan wants to know. So Sadie and Ryan, they share a membership here, and Ryan's an artist. Does a lot with metal and does amazing sculptures, some of which spit fire. Yeah. He wants to know the name of the Alaskan artist, if you know it.
I do know his name, but he didn't want to be named in the book.
I see.
So I actually, I footnoted it, and so he's known as Albrecht Jotten in the book. But that is not his real name, and so I'm not comfortable divulging it.
Right.
He specifically asked, because he told me some very, very disturbing things about himself that
Got it.
He in retrospect didn't want his name attached to.
I sort of see that.
Yeah.
I am sure Ryan's wondering if he knows the guy. And he may do.
It's possible.
Kristen said, I thought that was the most interesting thing that I didn't know about DIY subs. They aren't kits like small planes. Each person seems to engineer their own sub from scratch, which is alarming. I mean, I suppose it would be equally alarming if you were doing that with an airplane. But why aren't there kits?
I'm guessing there aren't kits because the market for such a thing probably is very, very small, and these sorts of kits, my guess would be, should they exist, they would be incredibly expensive. So I'm guessing target market is just like too niche and too small. So everybody finds their own way. Like, for instance, this guy, Hank Pronk, who, a few years ago had the deepest diving DIY sub ever. Like, it was depth rated down to like a little over 3,000 feet.
Oh my.
There are a few that are rated to go a bit deeper now. But he basically said he first learned how to do it. He just wanted his own sub, so he had Google, and he Googled how to build your own submarine. Found a few YouTube videos, makes his own.
You can do anything from a YouTube video. I built this basement that I'm sitting in right now from a YouTube video. So
that's true.
You are similarly courageous.
Sureka said, just imagine, like, if there were kits, even more people would end up in misadventures.
No. Maritime misadventures.
Maritime misadventures.
Be a great name for a punk band.
It would be. Anthro Girl says, I don't even trust myself to DIY home construction. I can't imagine thinking that I could build a sub.
Nor could I.
So, but you mentioned the ultra wealthy are starting to like get into sub things, like they want them on their yachts. Are those like are closer to kits, the ones that they're buying, or is that still the like tin can shoebox?
Well, okay, so yes and no. So
of course,
some of the ultra wealthy contingent, and this is of course a very like small percentage of the DIY submersible community, but like some among the ultra wealthy contingent, there's actually a company called Triton Submarines. If
One
I'm not
letter.
mistaken, it's based in Florida, right? Like, I think it's based in Florida.
It should be.
And it's run by this guy, Patrick Leahy. He was actually interviewed about the Titan for, an article in the New Yorker, a couple of years ago. And he builds submarines specifically for the ultra wealthy contingent. And basically, these little submarines are like hood ornaments on their mega yachts and giga yachts and all of this. So Stockton Rush, who was the former CEO of OceanGate, who piloted the Titan submersible to its doom when it was diving, to go check out the wreckage site of the Titanic. I talked to a lot of folks who were friends with him and who had actually gone down in earlier iterations of the Titan. And they described his workshop as completely ramshackle, like a total disaster, like a big, like just an absolute mess. And so, this wasn't like some organized kit that he was working from. He was one of these guys that, perpetuated the kind of malign edict that regulation is anathema to innovation. And so you find this, among some of the faction of the DIY submersible community. Mm-hmm. They're very anti-rules, regulations. They kind of espouse a libertarian ethos. But some of them actually are like the exact opposite. They very much, respect the unpredictability of, and appropriately respect the unpredictability of the deep sea, right? So, and
Cassia asked, how do they rate DIY sub depth? Like, how do they know without actually crushing the sub? And I noticed Kristen jumped in and was talking about how people kind of guess, and sometimes they're wrong. And so this is like, for anti-regulation people, doing something in a place where you can get crushed to death. It's strange to me that they're anti-regulation. I feel like you'd want some, maybe, modicum.
So many do. And so, many in the DIY submersible community were horrified, not only by the implosion of Titan, but all of Stockton Rush's kind of like practices and swaggery interviews that he gave, like in advance of that implosion. So many of them tried to ring the alarm bells, like this was inevitable. This was going to happen. So they do. She's exactly right. They do determine operating depth and crush depth. Engineers determine it based on they plug in a bunch of numbers into equations, and so yes, there is a margin of error, of course.
You wouldn't want to be on the wrong side of that margin. It's proof to me that like some people have too much money. That's what hood ornaments for yachts says to me. Too much money. Though there's I think I was almost more fascinated by the people who were not super wealthy, who have decided to be in this niche community to build their own submarines out of bathtubs and stuff. And I think that's actually, to me, like it's almost more interesting. So, okay, we've got a bunch of questions queued up, which is awesome. You guys keep it coming. So good. But we're going to pop into some announcements because what happens is I forget to do them if I don't do them now.
I was going to come on and say, speaking of not the ultra wealthy.
There's us. All right. So if you are new with us, a few announcements. One, you see a lovely cascade of icons at the top there. You can kind of find us everywhere. We're all over on social. Facebook group and Facebook page, particularly the Facebook group is great because you get to participate and you get to put your own fun, weird stuff that you find up there. Today, we got into a big discussion about the new crime series Bookish, which is a new Mark Gaddis endeavor. So yes, that's a fun one. We also have a Discord, and I don't say this often enough. I myself am not Discord literate, but that's okay. We have Discord literate people running our Discord that are not me. So Amberly, for instance. So if you love Discord, we've got one of those. We have lots of other places. We've got a wonderful Goodreads, which keeps you abreast of all the fun books that we're doing. Our YouTube page, which is where this will appear, but also where our upcoming shows are listed. We have a bookclub.org, which is run by Amanda, and that's great because it sends you a reminder, which is helpful even for me. So good stuff there. Newsletter is always awesome because if you are getting our newsletters, you don't have to rely on going on social media and all of the landmines and dumpster fires that are there. I will just send you fun things right to your email.
And I updated the link, so that's the right link.
That's the right link. All right.
You know how those things change over time.
Oh, don't they?
Yeah.
Especially when it's me. PayHip membership, new membership stuff. I today sent out the big batch of swag that was coming to people. So we've got the card decks, and people who are the upper tiers got those cute little knitted kitten cat bookmark, knitted kitten, the bookmark. You remember. Anyway, we still actually have some card decks and kittens left. So if anybody wants to pop in and join at the upper tiers, you can. Or if you're at a $5 tier and you want to pop up, you can do that as well. Lots of cool stuff coming your way. And I sent my first email to the 2026 VIP folks this morning. So
there we go.
Oh yes, and this is the very first one that's coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do a movie night. We haven't picked the movie yet. Brandy did throw out some interesting ideas to me the other day when we were getting coffee. And actually, we weren't getting coffee. Let's tell them what we were really having, Brandy.
Davey talked me into the world's largest. I've never seen a cinnamon roll this big. And
we split a giant cinnamon roll.
We split it, and we still each basically had 2 whole cinnamon rolls. Like it was ridiculous. It was bigger than our heads.
Yeah, we're calling that cheat day. But anyways, we're gonna do a movie night. It's gonna kind of be like Mystery Science Theater 3000. It's kind of gonna be like this. The movie will be there hopefully, and I'll be off to the side, and we'll make jokes and laugh and talk about movies. So
Christian's just asking me the date, and I realized I didn't put it on there, and it's on the list. When you go up, it's up on our Facebook.
It is April 9th.
April 9th.
Yes.
April 9th.
There will only be one book for April. So
yes. So we were making it a little easier on ourselves. Oh, the book cocktail. Okay. This lovely creation by Kat. The winning title for your purpose-built book cocktail was Bananas for the Deep, which works on so many levels, actually. So it's got yellow chartreuse, mine does anyway, banana liqueur, whiskey, lemon juice, Angostura bitters, and then she put some peeled banana and a sprig of parsley, which I didn't have. So I've got cilantro, which is just as nice, really, and it's very good, and it's very pretty. And what did you say it looked like, Davey?
I told her the top-down view of the drink tonight worked because it was like standing on the dock looking down into the waters of Lake Erie. So
we're in Cleveland. So that's how we do that.
All right. And then Peculiar Movie Club, our January movie. We theme it around a book. Unfortunately, Matthew, we themed it around the last book, which was Rise of the Zombie Bugs. Now, I just watched The Faculty, and me and Darren are going to record soon. You might say, Davey, there's a problem. It's actually not a zombie movie. It's actually an alien movie, but I think the themes work with Mindy's book.
Yes.
Like with the parasites and like mind control and stuff like that. I think it actually fits. So even though it's not technically a zombie movie, we're watching The Faculty, and me and Darren will discuss late 90s teen movies in great detail, I'm sure.
It's going to be great.
There are some incredible submarine movies, though. I mean, I could have gone there easily.
That would have been almost too easy, right?
Crimson Tide with Denzel Washington.
Is The Hunt for the Red October? That one's kind of, yeah.
The one with Denzel Washington is my absolute favorite submarine movie of all time. It is incredibly thrilling. It is so tense. If you've never seen it, yeah.
Oh. And she's off. We've lost Kathleen. Kathleen said the drunk banana is delicious. She created the drink, but she's off. She's going to watch the rest later. Farewell, Kat. We will catch you on the flip side. Sirika wants to know what's the next movie, The Abyss.
That would have been good, an underwater movie. Yeah.
Actually, The Abyss would be a fun one for our movie night, which is like Mystery Science Theater too.
Yeah, a lot went wrong on that shoot. They tortured the cast on that one. So
they did. Yeah. Run Silent, Run Deep. Yeah, that's a good one there, Kevin.
Yeah, there's some great submarine movies out there, but
Das Boot.
But see, here's the thing. I don't think any of those submarine movies fit the themes of your book, because your book is we're not talking about naval subs here. You're in a completely different world, completely different community. So
right. There are so many movies being laid out right now.
Down Periscope is one of the best dumb movies of all time. It's so well done for being so dumb.
Oh, wait a minute. What's that weird spy movie with Val Kilmer? That would be a good one for Peculiar Movie Night too. Is it just called Spy? There's a weird one. Oh my gosh, you don't know it? Oh, Davey. Okay, somebody help me out here. The weird, really old Val Kilmer spy spoof movie where the they throw a Nazi officer off the roof and he breaks into 1,000 pieces. What is that?
Top Secret.
Top Secret. That would be a great one too. You have to admit.
We just did Val Kilmer. We just did Ghost.
Oh, that.
In December.
Ghost is Patrick Swayze.
Oh, Patrick Swayze. Never mind. I'm Patrick Swayze. Yes.
I'm like, wait a minute. I'm getting all my movies mixed up. Let's see. The Beast, giant squid crushing a sub. Good stuff. We got it's weirdly incredible. What a twist at the end. Yeah, Top Secret. Kristen's got there. We've got. This is what I mean. Rabbit holes or sinkholes, perhaps, is a better. Trenches, Mariana's trenches. We've gone in.
We're going all the way to the bottom of the Mariana.
All the way to the bottom. Yes. So those are our announcements for tonight, and I'm. This is really funny. So I can't see the. You guys, I still haven't solved my problem of being able to read the computer screen for your questions and see the actual screen at the same time. My eyes will adjust. So Mark has my Lady Paws, my partner. He's got one eye that's nearsighted and one eye that's farsighted, like on purpose. They put he's a bionic man. He has implants in his eyes, and it works for him. I haven't quite. My brain hasn't adjusted yet, but hopefully it will soon. So let me get to some of these other amazing questions. We have so much going on tonight. It's crazy. I did Anther Girl did have a question. I think we can all this just feels like a question that we're all technically asking, which is why is this a weird niche thing? Why would people want that? Why do people want to do this?
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, I feel bad that I wasn't able to make the banana drink because I found out about the drink 2 minutes before this was beginning. So, yes. But I did want to drink with you all, so I just poured rye whiskey into a glass. So, chin chin, yeah, chin, cheers,
pip pip, and all that.
So I feel I feel like folks are attracted to the deep sea, in part innately, in the same way that we're attracted to space, in the same way that. I think, however malignly, early explorers were attracted to set out into what they believed to be mysterious, uninhabited territories, in order to, say, colonize them.
Among other things, right?
And so I do think, some of this pulls from both the wondrous and dark sides of the human exploratory impulse. Cheers, Sadie, for the whiskey. Though I do feel that it really takes some doing to chase this impulse to the point of actually, with no formal engineering training whatsoever, fashioning a submarine in your backyard or garage.
Yeah, in a way, it kind of, I suppose, now that you've said that about how it maps with other kinds of exploration, it does make me think about the North Pole experiments, right? Or not the North Pole, not finding the North Pole, but the people who thought that they'd get up there and they'd find another world and that it would be warm once there's people who thought it would get warmer once you got there, that it was cold and then it would get warm and be like a paradise. And many of them were not particularly, if you ever read Frankenstein, the book begins with one of these dudes who's like, I'm sure it's fine. And, she's totally making fun of how he has no idea what he's doing at all, So I suppose we have done this before.
Yeah, I think the root of the question is in part what's wrong with us as a species, and I feel uniquely ill-equipped to answer that question because I think I'm also kind of a strange obsessive who sometimes I'm like a cat who hooks its claws into a bit of subject matter sometimes and has difficulty retracting them. But I think we've long been, a species that was more than willing and eager to put our bodies and the bodies of others at risk in order to explore fresh, mysterious territory, right?
It is a fascinating idea.
I think we could do it I think we could do that to a point where it's lovely and it's rooted in wonder and curiosity and all of this. But I think if we sufficiently chase wonder and push it toward its extremes, it starts dovetailing with kind of, darker, more threatening traits.
As Anthro Girl says, and this fits right in with what you were saying, but also male hubris and exceptionalism feels like a large part here.
I take no offense and completely agree with you. One of my favorite subjects I spoke to for the book was a DIY submersible enthusiast journalist named Shanice Stopnitsky, one of the few women in the community. Shani is one of my absolutely favorite. She's just one of my favorite people, and she really engages it from this point of wonder and beauty. She wants to see, just stunning things. She wants to immerse herself in the deep and behold bioluminescent life for as long as absolutely possible. She spent an aggregate almost 2 years of her life underwater, and she talks about enduring time on the surface.
Enduring time. Wow.
And she's this amazing installation artist also, but she is very quick to condemn the traditionally male impulse toward manifest destiny, to always like go deeper, to always like go down more than everybody else.
All of these words sound so male and so sexualized at the same time.
I know.
Go deeper, go down more. Just Kristen points out, she says, what is it with sub guys and openly talking about Nazis too?
So I think for a lot of the submersible enthusiasts, I think they admired German World War II submarine technology. Many of them admire it a little too much. And sometimes when conversing with them, the conversation uncomfortably dovetails with almost like an admiration for the Nazis themselves. Again, this isn't everybody in the community, but
sure. I mean,
but too many of them probably.
Right. I mean, there was a comedian who said, none of us can argue against the fact that they were snappy dressers, but apart from that, there's really no way of nothing else good comes from this.
So Peter Madsen, you mentioned the submarine movie Das Boot. So Peter Madsen, the murderer,
the murderer guy,
Kim Wall, he was obsessed with Das Boot, and he would force his interns to watch it with him repeatedly, and then he owned a bunch of like old like Nazi regalia.
Of course he did.
He made his interns like dress in the Nazi regalia, and they reenacted parts of the movie while playing the Nazis and things like that. So there were some red flags.
Yeah, a few. Right. I'm sorry. I just came off doing this forensic book, and unfortunately, the last 2 chapters were more recent history, and I had to talk about various horrible serial killers. And it's like, they talk about like, oh, they seem like such normal family men, and then you read about their lives, and you're like, to who? To who? That's what I want to know.
Right. Yeah. My dad wasn't anything like that.
Kevin says, egads, that is Zyklon Beast level toxic workplace stuff.
Chilling reference, but yes.
Not good stuff. So we still have more questions, and you guys, there's more questions to ask. I may have preempted this a little bit, because Sureka did. We do need to talk a little bit about monstrosity, because I'm not sure the monsters are outside the submarines in this particular situation, but we should talk about that. But first, I was going to say a note from our sponsors. We don't have any. We could use some, but we don't have any. But what we do have is an amazing house band named Charming Disaster, and they are our musical accompaniment. And this is a slightly longer video than most, because there's something to watch for at the end, I'm told.
Now you're making me hope I didn't edit something off at the end, but we'll find out.
Oh, hello, Peculiars.
It's us, Charming Disaster.
Now, we may not be experts in the world of amateur submarines,
but we are experts in the world of amateur marine biology.
And we're here to share with you some important questions relating to one of our favorite creatures of the deep. Here's some amazing things
about manta rays.
They resemble magical flying carpets
or mysterious capes.
Some call them devilfish
or eagle rays.
Is that another name for them, or just one kind?
We're not sure. They're migratory.
Over the ocean.
What do they eat?
Zooplankton.
They exhibit a dark intelligence.
They're saltwater dwelling.
They can grow up to 7 meters wide.
That's 23 feet.
Manta rays. They cannot swim backwards.
They're cousins to sharks and skates.
They're kind of hard to talk to.
2 words.
Live pups.
Are they immortal?
We're not sure. Manta rays. We don't know why they do the things they do, the things they do. But one day,
I would like to ride.
I would like to ride one too. I would like to ride one too.
I would like to ride one too.
I would like to ride one too.
Oh, you cut it out.
All they do is set their guitars down. I don't know what I cut out.
There was supposed to be a manta ray that swam up through the back. Did it not?
Oh,
We missed it.
I don't think it's there.
Oh well.
that was
It's
beautiful.
Wasn't it lovely?
I loved it.
So that's Charming Disaster. They are our house band. We don't own them. They are their own band. They were pre-existed us. They're amazing. I just saw Elia last week while I was filming in New York City, and she gave me a miniature terrarium that grows carnivorous plants. So possibly, if it sprouts correctly, I will maybe put it in my stop motion for the next one. The next
you all
round
are
that we
giving
do.
me so much hope for the world. Thank you.
Yeah, I feel that way about the Peculiar Book Club all the
Yeah,
time. Actually,
yeah.
it's pretty great. It is pretty great.
There is a ray that swims up from the back. It's so subtle. I was wondering, like, they usually don't leave things hanging on the end of their videos. They usually just cut it off. And I was
It's
I
okay.
was helping
It's
them out.
okay. Imagine a ray swimming behind them. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. Yeah.
So somebody
They are
out there
lovely
was
people,
posting-
by the way.
Somebody about there was posting how ray skin is so soft and squishy. Is it? I've actually never touched a ray. Is it almost like a hairless cat or?
So we have them at the aquarium in Cleveland, and they're skates. So I don't know if they're the same, frankly. But the skates at the aquarium in Cleveland get really excited when there's people because they like to have their back scratches.
Oh.
So if you go and you dangle your fingers, they will come up and they literally are like, "Oh, pet me, pet me." It's adorable, and they are kind of weirdly velvety is not the right word, but they have very unusual skin.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe I was in a day there where they were a little shy because I had to like go down to the elbow to like.
Oh no, I don't know. You know what? Animals just tend to like me. I don't know if it's I put out the good vibrations or something. They're all like, "It's Brandy, sweet." So, so that's what happened there. So I have some questions. I have more questions. We also have a little video to share as well, and then we have the quiz. So there's a lot going on tonight. But I'm going to skip ahead here and let's see. We did the sub-depth question. Oh, this is more of a comment. Sadie was saying, I feel like the accessibility of space for wealthy tourists is pushing them to trying submarines for their exotic thrills. And so I do kind of think that there's an X sports, X games quality to this that might be connected, wealthy X games. Is that kind of what that's going on there?
It's I mean, so it's a really expensive endeavor. So
It is.
for the book, I actually went down on one of these DIY submarines, and thankfully it was paid for by Harper's Magazine. And this was the only one that they were willing to pay for. So it was like $3,000 to go down, which is really cheap for that kind of thing. The next level up, so there was one other person that offered to take me down for $200,000. So it's ridiculous. So I ended up going down on a DIY submersible, and this was off of the coast of Honduras. And the guy who built it is actually from Jersey, and he built it in some defunct airport hangar in rural Oklahoma, and then had it towed out to Roatan, Honduras, where he didn't have to have it licensed or classed or insured.
Oh, well, hey.
And he was able to monetize it for the tourist trade. So
wow. But not being insured or licensed. Neat.
I know. So I went down to 2,000 feet with him. So I was down for about 4 hours, which took some doing. But yeah, I think like the general populace is priced out. Yeah,
he's laughing because Lorelai just said DIY subs are not where I want to use a coupon.
What I do for literature. Yeah.
Kevin was like, wait a minute, Jersey to Oklahoma to Honduras and no inspection? What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
Honestly, this is just like one of us giving in and getting a kitchen appliance that only does one day.
Right.
She's referring to rich people not having enough to do. Yeah.
I know we try not to spoil too much from the books in case anyone hasn't fully read to the end yet, but I mean, your experience on it seemed pretty great.
It was amazing. And so, I mean, I was incredibly nervous given my history, but like, strangely enough, when I'm working on a project, I'm strangely, and I don't know what this says about me. I don't think this is necessarily a good trait to have, but when I'm working on a book project, I'm somehow able to tuck my phobias into the cushion of the project, and the project itself
compartmentalize.
It dampens the fear, right? And so, I went down to 2,000 feet. I was down for about 4 hours. The things that I saw out of the porthole were hauntingly beautiful. I felt absolutely unstuck from time and my body. It was the bioluminescent life was wild. And once the bioluminescent creatures started showing up out of the porthole, like, I was gone.
Yeah. Okay. So that's interesting, because I was going to post this question by Kristen. Do you feel different about the ocean than you did before the sub experience? I'm going to go with yes. It sounds like yes.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Absolutely. So, and fortunately, I went down on this DIY sub in Honduras, a little less than 2 months before the Titan submersible disaster. Had that happened prior, like, I would not have done it. And I will never do it again. And I promise all of you, and I also promise my mom, and I'm just not going to do it again. So.
Well, that's good. That's good. Sareka says the deep sea is a monstrous geography. Sareka, if you are not familiar, Sareka Davies also wrote Humans: A Monstrous History, and she was in the green room earlier. She says we can't survive in it. So what does it say about creatures that can? Was their appeal in the monstrous environment nature for amateur submarines? And I think that that's kind of an interesting question. So is it the very monstrosity of it, or this kind of, is that partly what drives people? We don't want to experience death, but a lot of people go to see the murderers at Madame Tussauds. Like, I don't know, is there something about this monstrous quality?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a level of that, the monstrous, the wondrous, the that which is not us. I mean, whatever you want to call it, I guess. And so, yeah, I think it is the quote unquote otherness that attracts us to it. Yeah, we are not made to live down there. What does that say about the creatures that are? They're differently wonderous. And I think sometimes we just want to behold that which is not us. We want to snap ourselves out of ourselves every so often, maybe, out of curiosity, out of wonder, out of, a desire to sink into some kind of like meditative state. I don't know, a desire to turn away from that which is human and decenter ourselves for a little bit and immerse ourselves in the deep. I'm not sure. I think it's different for everybody.
So, I'm an 18th century scholar originally, and so some of what you describe reminds me not so much of monstrosity, but of the sublime, with the sublime nature, right? Like the terrifying nature, which is beautiful in a different way than the pastoral, cute nature, right? Tigers, not kittens, kind of. Though kittens can be quite frightening too, but sometimes. But to me, some of what you're saying is beautiful and is about other-centeredness and a kind of very positive quality of monstrosity, or what the monsters might mean. But I also feel like an awful lot of these people are not doing it for those reasons. I mean, okay, there's some people who are not doing it for those reasons, and it seems like, it's like, what's a money-making scheme, or it's power, or it's, I don't have enough, I have too much money, I don't know what to do with it, or I like Nazis or something. Like and that seems to me to be a monstrosity of a totally different sort.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I mean, maybe we're attracted to monsters because some of us see ourselves in them and we're self-centered. Yeah, it's a really good question. Again, like the DIY submersible community is not monolithic. There are also all sorts of folks who are, like the folks that you're talking about, folks who engage it from almost an artistic standpoint. And that's a lovely distinction. Who are pursuing it, for the sublime. At what point does the sublime become monstrous? At what point does the monstrous become sublime? I don't know. I think the line is different for all of us. It's interesting. I saw that somebody listening is from Newfoundland, and I know we were talking a little bit in the green room about this, but a couple books ago I wrote about the first ever photograph taken of the giant squid, and it was taken in St. John's, Newfoundland, in 1874.
Yes. Thank you, St. John's person.
Yes, by this guy, Reverend Moses Harvey, and so. Basically, that first ever photograph of the giant squid, which rescued it from the realm of mythology and legend and dragged it, appropriately into our world, for us at least, it completely changed the ways in which we engage the construct of the sea monster. If you map it out metaphorically, the monstrous, in science, in art, in religion, in literature, and all of that. So that picture actually changed the ways in which we engaged the monstrous, what we called monster, what we othered, and how. It was interesting.
It is fascinating. So I'm going to get to another question here. There's so many questions. Wow, you guys are awesome tonight. You guys are on. I love it. Yes, more of this. So Elizabeth Witten, where are you? Where'd you go? There you are. Said, given how Wild West the sector can be and the lengths folk like Rush go through to avoid regulation, where do you think the sector is going? Is more regulation coming? Is it staying the same? Is it going to be less? What do you think?
I think more regulation is coming, especially in the aftermath of the that Coast Guard inquiry into the Titan submersible disaster. One of the folks interviewed and brought in for that was the guy who took me down on his sub off of the Honduran coast, and so. One of the topics, I guess, that is inflaming the DIY submersible community now is that there is likely going to be more, more regulation of the DIY submersible world, where folks in that community are worried that they're not going to be able to take anybody down with them, even if they don't monetize it, even if that means family members and so on and so forth. And so there is actually a consortium of DIY submersible enthusiasts that have organized and formed a group called P-Subs, and they actually have yearly conventions. And the next one is coming up in Isla Morada in the Florida Keys, and they are actually having a representative from the Coast Guard there, and they're actually going to debate this very thing about if regulation is coming to the DIY sub world, and if so, how much, and all of this. And there's going to be probably a lot of back and forth. I'm guessing it's going to be a bit heated. So
or they can just move to Honduras, right?
Yes.
Kristen said there were so many tangents within this book. It was tailor made for our sorts of discussions, and it really is. There's this is why everybody's like, oh, we've got a lot. This is like a Mary Roach book to us. So there's just things going everywhere, and everyone's going, I've got questions. And there's still some more to ask, but we're going to take a brief moment to speaking of krakens and giant squid and how it's changed everything and how the ability to find and visualize these things has changed. I think it's only right that we take our own peculiar ride on a very small sub. So
let's see, are we rolling? Great. All right. Hi, peculiars. It turns out that submarines are very small, and I am claustrophobic, so I am not loving it, I gotta say. It's little, and I'm not a big water person. I like water from the shore, and I can swim and everything, but being on the water or in the water, boats, vessels, ships, submarines, not my favorite thing, actually. But I'm doing it for you. And also so that we can try and see our mascot in the wild. So here we are. We're going to descend to the depth, and we're going to have a look and see if we can see some kraken. Let's see. Oh, okay, that's a good one. Whoa, okay. Yeah. Also good. Really appreciate. Ooh, look at that one. Oh, I like that one. Can we keep him? He'd be hard to get up to the surface, I have a feeling. But okay. Anything else down here that we might need to really take a look at? Oh. I for one am ready to welcome our cephalopod overlords. They're possibly safer than people, as we're going to learn in our show tonight. Because frankly, people who want to build tiny submarines and descend to the depths, it does make you wonder why they don't like the surface, where there are fluffy animals like cats. It's actually really difficult to descend to the depths all alone. It's good to take, a friend. Darwin is also very keen on discovery, so he decided to come along. He's named after Charles Darwin, and he's all about the Kraken as well. As you can tell, he's thrilled. He's thrilled to be in this tiny box with me. Cats like boxes. Cats are not claustrophobic, as it turns out. But I am, so we're probably going to have to go up to the surface again soon, just to, not die.
Oh, Darwin.
He's a sweetheart. Yeah, Darwin has been on this show since he was a teeny tiny little kitten. And of course, we also have Darwin is in the stop motion, as so is Wallace, my other cat. But when we first introduced Darwin, do you guys remember? He was like this big and he was asleep, and I was trying to wake him up for the show, and he was just like, so adorable. But yes, he's been with us for a long time. So that's why I said we have a lot of things in common. I can swim. I'm not afraid of drowning. I was a lifeguard. I can perform CPR. I can swim. I don't want to live. I don't want to be under the water where there's like water everywhere. I'm just no.
You as a lifeguard, I'm just picturing some like late 80s, 90s movie character of like the lifeguard that's like in all black leather or something. Like, what was lifeguard Brandy like? I'm guessing it wasn't a scene out of Baywatch.
I was wearing all black.
Yeah.
And I was considered the beach bitch. That was
Yep.
Yeah. And I like kicked people out. I also saved people. I literally saved people. Like I carried people up to shore, literally, but also was very mean to people who were doing dumb things. I was at a lake. It was this massive lake. And so if you messed up, people got hurt. So yeah, they didn't, the young things didn't always love me, but yeah, I was all about it.
Oh,
Mindy says she had a cat named Darwin too. So cute.
Oh.
Yes. Sorry.
Well, we've kind of reached that point in the show where it's time to quiz the author.
It is indeed.
We, Matthew, we do a quiz that's not about your book. It's tangential to your book.
So tangential, not even funny.
There are a lot of options. There were so many Star Wars references. I was going to quiz you about like real Star Wars things in real life or something like that. What else? There were so many good ones that I could have gone with. But you described a few things in great detail, and one of them was the like very eclectic like music festivals of Europe and so it got me thinking, what other eclectic European festivals are out there? So the name of this quiz is called Let's Party.
Okay.
The Peculiars will help you. It's multiple choice. We always learn a lot here on the quizzes. So Let's Party, your first European festival held in the Castle of Vorden in the Netherlands. This is Europe's most enchanting gathering for those who love to express themselves through cosplay, fantasy, historical, or other creative subcultures. It's not just a festival, but a living kingdom where fantasy and reality dance together, inviting all to move the magic. It's probably move to the magic, but there are a lot of typos on these websites. Is it A, Portal to Dragonia, B, the Kingdom of Elfia, or C, the Realm of Fantasia?
On the bright side, you can ask the Peculiars for help.
Okay, so I'm gonna guess C, just because it's the most boring answer. So yeah.
C, Sadie says C. Let's see. Kevin's going with B.
Okay.
We got another C from Sureka.
I could have just
Sureka's in Europe.
I could have just asked you about the music festivals and like the EDM, but I was like, let's get even weirder with this. Let's get more peculiar.
Let's get weirder.
All right, so his answer was C. The final answer is It's the Kingdom of Elfia.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Kevin
so
had it.
on the right is that's their website. When you log onto their website, that's it. And I blew it up. I never do this. I had to blow it up because you got to see this thing. It's like a 2000s computer video game. Like,
I love it.
Website. It's amazing. There at the top, you see Kingdom of Elfia.
The Kingdom of Elfia. I want to go to the Kingdom of Elfia. That sounds amazing.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's
well,
do it.
You might be interested in festival number 2.
Oh.
So you're invited to join 125 interesting people in a week of learning, free expression, and creativity. There will be up to 12 workshops and activities a day, giving you the chance to learn new skills, explore your creative potential, and meet amazing people from all over the world. We'll be bringing in a bunch of traveling musicians to jam around the fires throughout the day and night, and we'll organize activities from singing mantras at night to storytelling, collective poetry readings in the forest. Come to the Czech Republic for the blank.
So
A, the Festival of Potential, B, the Festival of Fire, or C, the Festival of Creativity.
I want it to be A. I want it to be the Festival of Potential.
I like that one too. I want to go to this one, says Sadie, and Lorelai was like, "Let's get weirder with this" is the group's other tagline.
I love it.
All right. Festival of Potential, Festival of Fire.
Yeah, I'll let the Peculiars get their answers in really quickly. This is a photo from their website. This is actually
there is fire.
On fires at night.
Right.
All right. Kevin says C. Kevin's going to go with Festival of Creativity. I hope it's the potential one too. I'm going to manifest that with you. Okay, Matthew. We're going to.
The answer is the Festival of Creativity.
Oh, Kevin, you're on fire tonight.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Are you Googling? He just knows stuff. It's just Kevin just knows stuff. That's just how it works around here.
You can learn all sorts of things apparently at this festival. Sounds fascinating.
Guys, I just want to say that there is some sort of cat hair attached to this microphone, and every time I get close to it, something tickles my nose. So I apologize if I look like I'm a crack dealer or something. I'm like constantly sorry. Okay.
All right, festival number 3, your final chance. This April, come to the Easter Impro Festival in Shaughnessy and the Bavarian Forest for wonderful international teachers and numerous participants contributing their creativity to what has developed over the years into what we consider essential for a healthy and vibrant culture. What do they improv at the Easter Impro Festival? Is it A, contact improv dancing?
Contact
B,
improv?
Roast battle improv comedy? Or C, big band improv jazz?
What is contact improv dance? Like, you bump into people? What is it?
What do you think?
Sareka's going with A, contact dance.
The website that was kind of like the aggregator of all these festivals put in their notes, they're like, we love the way that the Germans love to just smash words together. So that's where the Easter Impro Festival comes from.
I'm going to go for A also, which is my instinct.
I don't know, though. Kevin's saying B, and he's been right about everything else.
Oh,
all
yeah.
right. Let's see. Skeptic Brain says C.
C.
The answer is yes, contact improv dance.
So is it? Did they just bang into things?
No, I think it's improv dancing with a partner. So it's like, like a swing dancing or foxtrot or anything, where you're with a partner, but you're improvising
to call it contact dancing?
You're not following. Yeah, contact dancing.
I was thinking a mosh pit in the Bavarian forest. Yeah. But
either that or you've got like weird lenses implanted. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think you're like kind of like imagine a swing dancer that has no idea what they're doing and their partner has to follow along. I think that's
that is actually me dancing. That's Mark and I dancing. That's what we do. We're like, what are you doing? I don't know. Okay, we can make it happen.
Bavaria, here you come.
Right. Well, in fact, we'll be there this coming year.
There you go. Yeah, this was just. I didn't even get through April. Like there were so many festivals throughout the year coming up. So check it out. Definitely check out your European festivals.
Freaking hilarious.
Sareka, you could hit all of these.
She could. I'm not gonna be there till the fall. All right.
Oh, Sadie says Sadie has the answer.
What is it?
Sadie says it's tactile dance. I've done it. It's fun and arty.
Tactile dance. I still don't know what that means. Don't tell me. I like the fact that it's touchy. It sounds very touchy. I'm not a touchy person in general, but I actually am more interested in the like smack people. Can you smack people? That's the dance I want to have. Like walk into this. That's how we'll do this. Okay, we have a couple more questions, and since we have just a few more minutes, we don't have more minutes. Well,
we can go another more minute.
Okay, we can go another more minute. All right,
as long as Matthew's okay with it.
Okay, all right. So, oh geez, now I'm gonna pick one. Okay. What Ocean Gate made it clear that great wealth easily becomes a monstrous pathology. Is there something about defeating an inhospitable environment that appeals to people without morals?
Yes. I mean, because they want to claim ownership of everything. In a lot of ways. Again, like I feel like it is this like Elon Muskian impulse to colonize Mars.
Send him to Mars. He should stay there.
Exactly. Like I mean, especially like after they've depleted the Earth sufficiently,
right?
And so Stockton Rush actually viewed the sea in the same way that Musk kind of views Mars, as like a failsafe where the uber wealthy can retreat after like corporate rapaciousness has.
I just want to send them there now. Like, what if we just sent them there now?
Well, we need to organize.
Like, what was one of those? There was one of those world-ending movies where everybody got on big ships, like all the ultra wealthy got on big ships or something.
Was it
John
Wall-E?
Cusack? John Cusack in that?
I'm thinking of Wall-E.
Oh yeah, there's Wall-E, right? Yeah. But then and then there's Snowpiercer. I mean, there's a lot of movies. You know why? Because artists are poor, and we're like, we see what's coming here. We see what's happening. We're gonna be eating people before it's gonna be Soylent Green around here. That's a totally different situation, but you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. Mindy Richards says, rule 1, don't go to inhospitable environments under the guidance of a megalomaniac. Right. That's a good idea.
We have to figure out a way not to elevate the megalomaniacs to all of these positions of power. How
I think if we would maybe stop worshiping capitalism. I don't know. Yeah. I feel like that's probably part of it. I think. Oh my goodness, there were so many questions we still didn't get to, but it is 4 past the hour, and Davey has 3 children and a wife who probably want to see him at some point. And Sureka would like to go to bed, and also wait, I think. Isn't James, are you here too? So there's a couple other people from Europe too. We've got Europeans. They're tired. So we're going to close it down for tonight. But I just want to say this was amazing. This is what Peculiar Book Club is all about. It's us being really weird and then weirder, which is kind of like Cord Ravenswood going far and then farther. So thank you all for being here and being part of our amazing, awesome, great experience of this club. Come back next time. I can't remember which one's next. Is it Haley Berry? Haley Berry? Sorry. Hallie Rubenhold. And the Story of a Murder, I think.
Yeah, Story of a Murder is next, yes.
Right. So we're going to get into some murder. And this one is very much about the victim's perspective, which I think is A1, A+. So thank you all for being here at a place where, if you're weird, you're family.